I hate libertarians. Now, why such a strong opinion on these people? Right? Aren't they supposed to be on the same side? Come on, lip epic pog political compass meme from Reddit, right? Lib unity. Well, no. As a lib leftist, the lib left and the lib right aren't really the same, right? So much so that it's actually mind boggling how much more fascist the lib right is, but pretending that it's not, as opposed to the lib left. And what's even more fucking ironic is that they're the ones calling the lib left fascist. You know, the whole meme, the left, they're the real fascist. Oh, come on, that was started by, all the libertarian dude bros in 2016 during Gamergate. Like quoting Reagan, a right winger, a far right winger. And that seems to be a trend with libertarian rightists. That's what I want to talk about. Their whole job, and they're doing a pretty shit job at what they're supposed to do. It was like me when I worked in Schmackies all that time ago. I was supposed to be going around, taking the bins out, cleaning the toilets, all of that, nobleman work. But instead I just spend all my time mitching in whatever the fucking room is with the hallway and the bathrooms in it, right? It's the same thing with these libertarians. They're supposed to be fighting for freedom and liberty, but they spend their days enabling fascism. So I just want you to be better. Now, this channel isn't for all the uni student Voshites with pink hair eating a hot chip and having polyamorous sex. These videos are for the boys, the right wing lads, right? Right wing lads who feel smart, and because they feel smart, they want a different perspective because that's what their right wing daddy of the week told them on YouTube shorts. So they go along with it and they look for a different perspective, and I'm that different perspective. So I try to be as respectful to their ideology that they have now as I can in order to change it as much as possible. Now, that is a pretty tall order. If you're a right winger watching this, you won't really understand, but being left wing as I am, it's really hard to tolerate right wing ideas and talk about them in a good faith, respectful way, which is what I'm doing now. Now I knew that got you triggered, didn't it? That got you triggered, the thing about fascism. But I'm not a fascist. I'm a libertarian. Freedom, yeah, freedom. Taxation is tough, bro. Atlas shrugged. But yes, sorry, but libertarianism, specifically the kind of libertarianism that's popular on the internet among right-wing males and emails and all of that jazz, is and does enable fascism. Now, how does it enable fascism? One could say. Aren't they literally fucking diametrically opposed? One is libertarian, freedom, and you can do what you want, and John Locke, Ayn Rand, and whatever.
Hang on!
Jewish guy who says that his movement is explicitly not anarchist, but whatever, we're going to keep calling ourselves ANCAPs anyway. Brad Bard or whatever the fuck his name is. And then the other side is like all the evil, the esoteric, like we'll kill all the Jews, and all the blacks and the gays and the Luxembourgish people. Yeah, because we don't like the way they look and all of that stuff as well. And like those are pretty different, aren't they? Well, yeah. But in practice, why did people from these groups get along? Not because they're more friendly than the left. Why is there so much infighting on the left as opposed to the right, who agrees on everything despite claiming to be on opposite sides? Is because, let you in on a secret, really, the left-right-wing spectrum is closer to a binary rather than it being four separate entities, right? Let me explain. It really boils down to authoritarianism and libertarianism. So if at your heart you're an authoritarian but claim to be a libertarian, you're not creating a new ideology. You're just simply creating an oxymoron, right? It's like the same way that if you claim to be libertarian on the left, but create a left-wing ideology based on authoritarianism, you haven't created a new ideology, you're not profound, and you're just being oxymoronic. So in reality, communists, especially really hardline communists and ANCAPs, are pretty much on the same boat when it comes to this. There is variables, obviously, but what it really boils down to is authoritarianism and libertarianism. And true libertarianism is always characterized by left-wing politics. True authoritarianism is almost always characterized by right-wing politics, with only small, decently sized, but still small, right? And that's the thing with libertarianism. Libertarians would say that they're for freedom, but ironically, they're for the kind of freedom where it enables the paradox of tolerance, where they're so tolerant where they say, we want freedom of speech. Libertarians on the internet will say, I'm a free speech absolutist. People like Count Dankula over here, right?
It's no secret that we are all big fans of freedom on this channel. I believe that
Count, you literally have Nazis watching your videos, unironically. Oh yeah, big fans of freedom, those fellas were. Fucking hell. But when they say that, what they're really saying is, I want Nazis to have a platform and a voice to spread their hate and bigotry. Now, what is that but enabling Nazism, you'd say? But they say, but I don't care. It's all about freedom of speech. So what they care about is abstract ideas rather than the consequences that those ideas would bring, which is exactly what fascists want people to be like. They want people to be stupid enough to let them spew their hateful rubbish, right, under the guise of some idea of freedom and liberty, so that they can, like, at the same time be like free and libertarian sounding, like, oh yeah, I'm all about freedom too, haha, look at me. And then when they take power, they can, revoke all of that just as easily and say, I was never about freedom, what are you talking about? Don't get in the fucking camp, libertarian. Yeah, that's right. If you're a libertarian and you have friends that are Nazis, they will put you in a camp as soon as they take power, right? You're only useful to them right now. And really, ultimately, that's all the use your ideology brings, is enabling fascists to take power, right? Because the struggle in modern politics, the true struggle, the utilitarian struggle, is oppression against dominance, aka libertarianism, versus totalitarianism. And if you claim to be a libertarian, and when I say that word I mean right-wing libertarian, you should be on the side of the libertarians. But you somehow practice your ideology so arseways that you end up on the side of the authoritarians. You go from oppressed to the oppressor. How the fuck do you manage to do that? I have no idea. We're not even going to talk about how stupid anarcho-capitalism is. It's not even fucking anarchism. Like I said, Rothbard literally said it's not anarchism. But all I'm saying is to you boys, if you're a libertarian and you call yourself that without the fear of getting bullied, kudos to you. But maybe you should really, no, not maybe, you should really have a hard think about what I'm saying in this video, because it will save your life one day. And the lives of many, many racial, sexual, and gender minorities. Yeah, and that's it. I'll see you in the next one. I'll probably have longer videos this week. Go on. Feck yourself. Take care of yourself, boy.